Hi guys.
Who talks like that?
You know.
Hungry.
That's how you talk. Yeah.
Respect me, please.
OMGs, OMGs.
Yeah, we got this.
OMGs,
That
well,
time again.
OMGs, OMGs.
I'm getting the Eden job in Mrs. OMG. My lovely husband, you know it in my OMG. And together you can call us the OMG. Sit back, relax, and sip your tea. We keep you company.
OMGs, 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 OMGs. Welcome to our channel, 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 OMGs. OMGs, 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 OMGs.
Hi guys.
Hi. Hello, everyone. How are you?
Orekele wa mo gba oni. Ọmọ tó
Okay.
yé cable.
Don't mind him. He just said that I can be so on tush, and now he's trying to
Ọmọ tó quality.
form that is suiting me.
Aponbepo rẹ.
All right. Hi guys. How you doing?
Ọmọ
Hope you're
tó
well.
as in the finest lady ever. Like there's no other woman in this life that is like you.
Wash me like
As in,
Ogo. Wash me
you are
like
so
Ogo.
pretty.
Wash me like
Why can't you
Ogo.
just take a true compliment? Like if now, okay, I'm trying to be romantic today, see the response I'm getting. Today that I say I want to be a sweet boy because I've been watching all our videos, I've been like, okay, I've been troublesome. So let me just today be romantic and be a sweet boy. Stop pressing my ping.
Come on now.
Be a sweet boy. Now you're saying I'm watching you like homo. I'm saying you're beautiful like you're. See, you have even killed the vibe. How you guys doing?
Hi guys, how you doing?
Yeah. You know, I'm the location manager for this asset, so I'm always trying
Let's get it
to
cracking.
be
You did a
creative,
great job. Wonderful.
coming up with a nice
What's
space.
today's
What do you guys
video
think about
please?
this new location again? We're just interchanging, you know. But anyways,
A joke more.
if you are new here, shout out to you. Welcome. It is our channel. We are the OMGs. Her name is here today.
My
And,
name is here today.
I married her, you know.
I married
You understand?
him.
Right.
We got married.
Married her and her life became better.
Wow! I married him and he's like,
Yeah, she didn't lie actually. So
no,
it's
and
true.
he didn't lie.
See, you're just copying me. Just keep your own now. Stay on your lane. But yeah, today, I think I want us to talk about something happened last Monday, and it made me want to talk about something last Monday. But she had a topic already, so we have to talk about a topic. So I'm releasing that. And today, I want to just simply title it "Being Vulnerable with Your Spouse." I think, yeah. That's what that might not be the title I would give it. I would have thought better that, but that's what the way it's coming to my head now. And that's the way I want to put it across. I think we should be like vulnerable with our spouse. What is the meaning of vulnerable?
Oh my God, what is this?
But let me arrive where
It's a lecture.
this actually looks like a serious set.
It's a lecture.
Well, when I land.
What you said was wonderful. Okay, what do you define as being vulnerable with spouse?
So let me land now. So the kind of vulnerability I'm talking about is, okay, maybe vulnerable is not really the word, but what I'm trying to get to is your spouse should be able to, they should be like kind of after God, they should kind of be like the highest authority that can make you change some decisions that normally you won't change. In the sense that, okay, let me give an example of what happened last week. Now, I'm usually the one that always advise her that whenever anybody comes at you online, don't respond. Best thing, just block. You are bigger than that and all that, you know. Not knowing that I actually have a weak point, you get. And what's my weak point? Weak point is somebody coming to me with a very ridiculous, let me say ridiculous and useless accusation. For example, something that...
Let's get into it.
Yeah, I did a production.
I'm
not going to I have to give the basis now. So I did a production and basically somebody came at me that
they didn't come at you, they came through someone else.
So they had been spreading the news that they had done something similar initially. So I went to copy their production, blah blah blah. Do you understand? It It was so annoying, you get,
absurd,
and
actually.
very absurd. And the first thing that came to my mind was like, okay, I need to put this person, I need to
On blast.
refute this claim. Refute is a good
Yeah.
word, yeah. I need to
Yeah.
I need to refute this claim. So I munched the person that came at me with the person that was telling me was a friend with the other person too. So I munched the conversation. I was going to put it online that blah blah blah. So this person said, and that was the right thing to do in my mind at the time. And normally, this was my boiling point. Like my head was, I was
angry.
furious. It was first thing on the Monday
He
morning.
was furious.
Do you understand? I was livid. You get it? I was.
All the English words that.
So I was going to do that.
Anger.
But she came. And she was like, very calmly, you get, because you have to have brain with the way you come around in those kind of times when the other person is angry. So she came and she was like, so when you now do this, so to what end? But especially with this kind of thing you put out and the kind of testimonies you have been hearing from people. Yeah, a lot of people share testimonies on some of the things I put out. I'm not a pastor, I'm not anything. But people say God visited them and all that stuff you get. So are you now going to reduce the level of whatever this thing is to this you get? And it struck me, you get. It made sense to me. Now, the point I'm trying to reach is we should put ourselves in a position whereby even if it didn't make sense to me at that time, at least I should, because my wife says so, I should calm down, you get. Because now, later in life now, when I looked back at it, I felt so stupid and I would have felt ridiculous if I actually posted that thing online, because, do you understand? Because over the years, a lot of people had come with different kind of claims to and everything, and when you just, because in your mind, it's a lie. You know it's not, you didn't copy anybody, you know what you did. So why are you trying to, except if they take you to court, then try and prove them wrong. But if it's not in court, just move on. And where I'm at the stage of my life now, I look back and I'm like, what a joke. So imagine if I had, responded to that person and everything. So what I'm trying to bring out of this, before I now pass the mic to you, is most times, especially while growing up in families and everything, you realize that in situations like this, the highest authority is usually like an outsider. Like your wife or your husband will not even be able to get you to calm down. You know, be like, bad daddy, let's go and meet daddy, so that they help us talk to him so we can calm down. I feel like, you should have people you are accountable to outside, in terms of mentors and everything, which you need to pray about and all that you get. For example, okay, if let's say both of you are like, your head is hot on something, both of you are vexing, both of you want to like really do something, sometimes you don't know it all. So there should be, maybe there's someone that will tell you, don't go this way, don't go this way. But when it comes to trying to calm down a party in a marriage, trying to, maybe she is doing something that
happened
and I should be able to, you should put me in that position, because it's actually a position in your life. You should put me in that position whereby, because I said it,
that I respect your opinion. And
you understand? Do you understand?
To understand that whatever you're saying is to my benefit.
And it should be vice versa.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm just trying to bring out at this point is it shouldn't have to be like you have to go outside to get like a better opinion before you now realize, I shouldn't have done this thing. It actually made sense. Now, if you tell me not to do it, I have a right to still tell you that no, I want to do it. And under I will try to make you see the reason why I'm doing it. So whichever reason works out at the end of the day, whichever reason makes more sense. If my reasoning for wanting to do it now makes sense to you, you now feel I should, you get. But most times, like when a party is angry, the other party that is calmer see things from a better perspective,
a bit more objective about
you get. So I think where I'm heading the vulnerability talk to is we should put our spouses in a position where we respect whatever opinion they have of us at that point.
I don't think necessarily it's vulnerability. I think it's respect.
I was looking for words. After I said that vulnerable, in the course of my explanation, I was not like, must you be a professor? Everything I was trying to say, I was trying to enter vulnerable back. Maybe not vulnerable.
So basically, it's just respecting your partner enough that their opinion or their advice carries a weight. So when you're in a state of, maybe confusion, or perhaps you're angry, so you're not able to see things as clearly, because your partner is, because they love you and you believe they want the best for you, trust their advice at that point in time, because you're not seeing clearly. So it might not make sense to you, like, oh my gosh, I'm so angry. What you're telling me doesn't make sense. But maybe just take a step back and just think and be like, actually, you know, obviously he can see it from outside point of view where it's that he's not in this current situation, but he wants the best for me. So what do you think, babe? So, you know, when I ask you things like, oh, what do you think about this? Because I really value his opinion and I value his advice. So, you know, it should work both ways, basically.
Yeah, that actually makes sense too. Like when you're really pissed about something, don't process it in your mind alone. Go to your spouse. You get, like, basically what I'm just trying to say is, at least that's what I'm trying to do. You get, I might be wrong, but both of you, we should each other put ourselves in like a very high position where our opinion actually counts and matters and everything, you get. So that's what I'm trying to say. But I feel, going back to vulnerable, I feel you should be vulnerable to your spouse. Let me explain.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, you should be vulnerable to your spouse because you trust your spouse. Because being vulnerable to someone means that you are just handing over your weaknesses to that point, knowing that that person will not use it against you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I'm vulnerable to you in the sense that you have my mumu button. You can press it however you want.
So I know the things that trigger you, and you know what triggers me, but you don't use it against each other. But rather, when we can sense that the other person is triggered, we try to bring them back. It's like, you know, we want to jump off a ledge because you're really angry, God forbid. But you know, it's like, okay, come back. Let's just gather it. Let's get it together. We can get through this. And basically, just putting each other in positions of uniqueness. Anything that will just make you realize that you are actually special. There's no other person that like you. In this life. The way you have me, like this is because this thing now because saying you. You know, there are some friends when they talk, you be like, guy, now because saying you. So all the now because saying you scenarios or position in your life should actually be in the hand of your spouse. So to the point that even outsiders will be like, or God, the way or God be now only madam will fit talk to you. Better go and beg madam. You get. I feel that first it makes your spouse feel special and everything, you know, vice versa and all that and everything. And I feel, and it makes you that more unified. There should be unity anyway. So these I feel like these are part of the things that, you know, kind of reaffirm that unity within our marriage for us anyway. And I think I can round it all by saying most of the things that make marriage beautiful, apart from God's blessings and all those things we can't control, are actually things that we do consciously to make it beautiful. So it's not like marriage is naturally beautiful. No, it isn't. But marriage is beautiful because you love your spouse, your spouse loves you, and you try your best to add color to the life of your spouse, and as much as you are trying, your spouse is also trying. You get so essentially that, you're intentional. See what I'm saying now? Do you understand? See how she helps me out of that. See as I was going meandering with trying to describe what I was just saying, just one word. You're intentional about. I think it's important to be intentional across the board. I'm sorry, but I think that even wraps up this thing you just did. Continue to talk. Let's be intentional about loving each other, and that's really it. Yeah. And on the final note, which this might be another final note. Sorry, because it was in my mind. Which this might be another topic for another day. But part of being vulnerable with your spouse, which it came to me naturally, but I feel it's a question I'll throw out, and I feel it's something maybe we should be doing, but we are too young in a couple to say it's something that's supposed to be done or not. Part of being vulnerable with your spouse is handing like everything about you financially. Your spouse should have the key to it. How do you guys feel about that? That's deep. For example, now you know everything I'm worth financially, and you have and you don't mind exactly, and you have the access, you have the pain. So if, for example, that's the vulnerability I'm talking about. For example, if you want to wipe me clean like this, you have do you understand? Yeah, that's actually quite deep. This is a topic for another day, actually. I think, but you guys, you know. So what do you feel? What do you feel about that? Like, because before I got married, a couple of men told me that, man, you should never tell your wife everything you have. This is the topic for next week. So we should talk about this next week. But you guys just answer. Should you be vulnerable to your wife or your husband financially? Should they know everything you have? I think we'll look at some of those comments and incorporate that into Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for watching.
10 minutes. We're close today, weren't we?
Yeah.
I see you guys next week. Oh yeah, random moment. We have, from that our dance yesterday. Oh yeah, take. OMGs.
Mommy, you're cute. You are cute.
So most of you, those of you guys are like, she knows a lot of hymns and everything. You see her background, where it all started from. You get.
Yeah. All right. Have a
Glory be to
wonderful
God.
week.
And me too, because it's not like I'm saying glory be to me, but you get, because it's
Oh,
for my
John,
video, she's getting the hymn.
thank you so much,
Although
guys,
she's
for
saying she
watching.
always plays it
We'll
for
see you in our
her.
next video. Have a wonderful week.
Don't you know that the end always has to be dramatic? I bring the drama. I bring it wrong. But fine, go. Serious. So orílẹ̀ ní sẹ́yìn pé mo try láti mo wà torí mo wò pé mo wà troublesome all this while ní video so mo wà láti mo wà sweet lẹ́nu ṣe orí response sweet tó fún mi. It's okay.